exactly what she had done to me. My grandmother, her mother, had done that to her, and she resented her mother. And I never knew that. I thought my grandmother was an angel sent by God. But my mother resented her mother because her mother did the same thing to her, imposed on her, tried to keep her away from her father and all that. And she told me about her life, and exactly what she did to me was done to her. And it just goes on from generation to generation. And it
Yeah,
just
because it's unexamined. When it's unexamined, of course, you're going to keep living it because you're not really fully conscious, right?
absolutely all angry people are unconscious. Their eyes are open, but they're dead. They're not
Yes,
alive.
I
And
agree with you.
and I have not. And my mother and I, we became close after that because I didn't know that I resented her because I felt what I thought was love for her. You know, I thought I loved my mother, right? But that was emotional love, and emotional love is not real love. God love, God's love is a dispassionate love. Satan love is an emotional love. It,
Oh, I love that.
I've
I have
never heard
not
that.
heard that. I love
Yeah.
it.
yeah, that's why it doesn't last. It builds you up to let you down. It lets
Yeah.
you down to build you up. It builds you up to let you down. And it's always based on what you have or don't have, or
Mhm.
somebody who is in your life or not in your life, because it's not real love. And so it builds you up and down. And after a while, you want to jump off a bridge somewhere, you know. But God's love is a light unto your feet. And you don't have any anger. You don't judge people. You don't judge situations, but you overcome them. You no longer identify with the situation because you realize you are not the situation. You're just dealing with the issue. It's not personal. And if somebody curse you out or yell at you or call you names, it has nothing to do with you. You know that they cannot see, and that is in them. It's not in you. And you're able to live heaven on earth, paradise right here on earth, but you got to forgive and walk in the light of God, and the light is inside of us. And that light is not going to shine until you forgive. You got to forgive your mothers, you got to forgive your fathers, and God will forgive you. Don't ask for forgiveness, you apologize for resenting them. I'm sorry for being
I
angry.
love that. That's a whole different context that moves all that crazy blame and all that social
Yeah.
engineering they've tried to get us on. Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely.
It's taking responsibility. And then you don't give that other person the right to define you.
That's right. It just won't, they can't do it even if they try, they cannot do it. Because now you can see for yourself from within. And then you stop identifying with we have when we're angry, we have layers and layers of false identities. There are evil spirits in our mind and emotion, right? But they're
Right.
all false identities. They're wicked spirits. And that's why I tell people never call yourself a drug addict, never call yourself an alcoholic, never call yourself a murderer or thief. Never call yourself this or that, because when you call yourself that, you're giving these false spirits, you're taking on the identities and you identify with it. It's enough to see that you drink a lot or whatever, but don't identify with it so you can overcome the spirit of it. Because the drug is not the problem, it's the false identity, the spirits that made a home in our mind and emotion. And believe me, we have layers and layers and layers of false identities, false spirits in our mind and body, but they're not in us.
Yeah,
We're,
they're imposed. And
yes,
it's 24/7 every single day through the media, through the airwaves, through other
yeah,
people. You know, it's just imposed on us these thoughts that we think they're not even our thoughts.
they're not our thoughts at all. They're not from God and they're not
No.
from us. That's why I tell people all the time all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. You're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, and you're not your body. We are up here. We the real us, the real person has the mindset of God. We're a conscious being, but because we haven't let the anger go, we're living below consciousness. But
Right.
when you let the anger go, all those identities would disappear. They call ego, right?
Right.
Vanity, proudness, and proud,
Mhm.
and all that. It would
Judgment.
disappear, and when that disappears, the real you will appear, and you are a son or daughter of God, and you're
Right.
already free You just didn't know it because you live in a false illusion of the imagination.
Wow.
I so agree with you, and all that is biblical too, because
Yes,
I read and study Bible, and all that is very much detailed in the Bible too. It says entities, that each person is made up of many entities.
absolutely.
False, very false, like a screen door floats, like air, just floats in and out. But don't trap it and keep it with you. Let it go.
Yes,
Just see your thoughts. Don't be your thoughts. Right?
that's deep,
It's very
100%.
biblical.
It is. It's in the word. That's a Christian would say. In the beginning, of the word. It's in the word, right? But
Right.
but the Christians don't understand it because the preachers don't understand it. They don't even teach I tell them that these are your thoughts. This is you. And when you became angry at your mother, you escaped your innocence and went into your imagination. And you
Mhm.
grew up in your thought thinking that it was you,
Right.
identify with it. But when you're tired of the hell that you're living inside of you, because the hell is in you, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
in
is.
other people too, but it's in you.
Mhm.
And as long as you're in your thought, you're living in hell. But
Mhm.
if you want to overcome it, you got to start questioning what's wrong with me? Why am I so angry? Look within, and God will show you that you're angry, and that anger is separating you from Him, from God, from love. And He will bring you out of those thoughts, and you will start seeing them as they're going, coming and going, right? And if you don't identify with them because they're spirits, they're false identities, they will be taken away from you because Satan lives in human bodies. That's why the human heart is so wicked. Satan
That's
lives
right.
in
All
human bodies.
wars are in the human heart, in every person too. When they talk about
Evil
the
too.
war of good
Yeah,
versus evil, well, that's in you, that you choose to do right,
that's
despite if
right.
you don't get paid.
Karma
That's
too.
right.
Right.
That's where karma is. Karma is
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always
salvation is of the heart. It's of
Mhm.
the
Right.
heart. Your vices is not the problem. You got those vices because your heart is wicked. Your
Right.
heart, and anyone that has anger is wicked. Why do you think human beings treat each other so badly? I mean, we all came from God, but look how we treat each other when we're mad.
Right.
And because the heart need to change, that's what salvation is. And God will change the heart, and then the light of God will destroy the imagination, which is the ego, the nature of Satan. He will
That's right.
destroy that, and Satan will have to go find a home in someone else, and you'll be free.